Hey guys, this is Henry from OBEDIA again. Today we're going to start a new series of tutorials in which we're going to be demonstrating the new features included on the latest version of Studio One 5.5. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the new feature that was added to the project in Studio One, which is the clip gain envelope that you can now apply on a per track basis. Okay, so let's start here. We have I have a Studio One project that I've created. As you can see, it only has one song. It's right here, and let's go ahead and really quick press play to see what we have here. Okay, so here it goes. Okay, so you get the idea of the genre, right? Now, it starts with that little intro, and then it goes to I guess you could say a verse. It's around here. There it is. So, boom. Okay, so one thing that I've seen here, as soon as I got this file from the mixer, I felt like whatever happened before that verse and that verse, they kind of have the same loudness, or they kind of feel the same. You know, it kind of, for a verse, for me, just feels too loud. So, you know, if I had, let's say, a limiter, and I was hitting, let's say I were to be hitting the limiter at a certain spot during that intro or the chorus, and then the verse hits, and it keeps hitting that limiter the same way, that might be something that I don't want, because I won't have any kind of, you know, perceived loudness decrease from going to a part to another. And once again, this is not something you have to do necessarily, but a way to make it obvious that it goes from a chorus to a verse is definitely feeling that the overall loudness went down. Now, this could also be the other way around. It could be that there is a part that it was supposed to be quote unquote hotter than the previous, but it was just too hot. So it starts hitting that limiter extremely loud, and you start listening to that limiting happening. That might be something that you don't want. And typically what you would do in that situation is that you would call the mixer and tell this person to fix that volume there, maybe do a little automation, right, or something like that, and then resend you the mix. Now that can take some, you know, back and forth. Okay, you might be saying, "Hey, can you make that chorus 3 dBs louder or 3 dBs softer?" And maybe 3 was too much, and then, you know, let's do it again. Instead of doing 3, let's do 1.5, and maybe it was just 1. So you could go through different iterations, and that's just time consuming. So in order to fix that, Studio One, or the guys at PreSonus, they made it possible to fix that using clip gain envelope. So how does that work? Very easy. It's just another envelope in which you can modify the actual volume of the actual audio clip. Okay, so everything you do on that envelope, it's before any of your inserts. It's almost like if you were fixing the level of the mix in real time, without having to send it to the mixer. So how do you do it? Well, very easy. We go on the actual clip, and then if you right click on it, you'll see this option that says gain envelope. Right now it's on, but by default, I'm pretty sure it's going to be off. So it'll be like this. You'll see the clip, but then when you right click and do clip gain envelope, you'll see that white line appear. Okay. So this white line basically lets you add this little dots at the areas that you want to do the envelope. So let's say 3 and boom. So I wanted to start there. So let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit, and let's add 1 here. Let's see where that ends. Okay, it ends right there. So let me go ahead and here, there. Okay. So now that we have those two dots, those automation dots, check this out. If I hover the mouse on top of that, you're going to see that my pointer changes to that horizontal bar. So you can basically click and drag. And right now it says minus 1.6. So I'm making it 1.6 dB softer. Now you could also drag it up and you'll be basically cranking that gain. You can actually see it on the waveform. The waveform will, in fact, display either a larger waveform, higher in amplitude, or shorter, meaning that's less amplitude. So let's say that we want to do -2, okay? So if we go from the previous part and we press play, we'll hear the transition. Okay, it's 2 dB, so let's make it even more obvious. Let's do 4.8. Okay, that's pretty obvious, okay? Now, another cool thing that you can do, let's say that you, instead of doing that, by the way, you can simply double click on them to delete them. Let's say you want to do something like this, okay? So you're gonna create 1, 2, 3 dots, so it'll be a linear. It'll go down linearly and then go back up. So it'll be something like this. Going down, now back up. You can make it even more obvious, like that. Say, let's try that. Going down, and then going back up. Now, I'm not trying to say that you have to do it this way, but I'm just showing you that you can create your own shapes. Now, one cool thing, you've probably seen this already. When you hover the mouse in any of those lines, you're going to see this new circle that appears right in the middle between 2 dots. Okay, so this circle lets you change or modify the shape of that envelope so it's not linear. So, for example, I can click, and if I drag it up this way, you can see it goes like almost like elliptical. Same here, I could do this or that. So the changes are going to be different, you know? You can do that, or maybe like this, and then if you press play, you're going to hear it's not going to be linear anymore. It's not going to be linear. It's going to be more like a elliptical shape. Or exponential, I guess. So it feels smoother. So that's your clip gain envelope that has been recently added to your project page in Studio One. Really nice feature. Once again, by using this, you can save the time of calling the engineer, the mix engineer, make this person do the changes. You can just do it yourself, and you'll be able to work faster. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for the next videos. We're going to keep talking about the new features included in Studio One 5.5. If you have any other questions, please call us from OBEDIA and PC Audio Labs, and we're going to be happy to help you. We will see you soon.
Want to learn how to produce music using this, or using that, or using all of these? Have you been watching videos, reading manuals, blogs, and trying to figure out everything that it takes to be a music producer? Do you have a bunch of music gear that you purchased and you still haven't made any music? Well, then you need OBEDIA, the world's only one-on-one digital audio training and tech support service. Check out the link below for a special new subscriber offer.